I didn't see you there. Hey, what's up guys? It's Mark, and in this video, I want to talk about why all these swiping apps suck. I'm also going to be talking about what is good about them because there is a good side, but first, let's talk about the reasons why they suck. Reason number one, spam bots. Now, ladies, I don't know if you have to deal with this, but this is one of the most annoying things that guys have to deal with in these apps. What spam bots are is fake profiles that usually use a very attractive picture that most people would say yes to. You say yes, you get an instant match, and then they send you a spam message. And here's an example of one. So I see Harmony on there, looks like a pretty nice girl. I say yes to her. She messages me, hello. I say, hello, how are you? Pretty standard response. She says, what are you looking for on Tinder? I said, to meet a nice girl like you. What about you, Harmony? What are you looking for? And here comes the spam message, quite hilarious by the way. I hope you can help me. I have a boyfriend who can't have sex with me because he has erectile dysfunction. Wow. I still love him though and don't to break up with him. It's don't want to break up with him, Harmony. You don't want to. Clearly, these spam bots do not have very good grammar or spelling, probably why they're online spamming people anyway. Is much better if he does not find out. If I do this over my phone, he might find out. Let's talk over email. blackstockhaleyv@yahoo.com. Send me an email and we'll arrange a hookup. Now guys, do not send an email to this email thinking you're gonna be getting a hookup with Harmony. You're not. I don't know what happens if you actually email this email. I'm assuming you're gonna get a bunch of spam, probably a bunch of emails trying to sell you Viagra pills. Don't do it. Reason number two why these apps suck. You never actually meet the people that you're talking to. Now think about it for a second. How many people that you've talked to on these apps have you actually met? I guarantee it's a really small percentage, and the reason for that is because a lot of girls, they just use this as something to do when they're bored. They use it for entertainment. A lot of them use it to get social media followers and Instagram followers. I freaking hate it when the profiles have the Instagram name on it. Why are you putting your Instagram in the bio of your profile? Only because you're looking for Instagram followers. Because if you're talking to someone and they want to see more photos, you can send that privately to them. You don't have to put it in your profile. So these girls are just looking to get social media followers. They're looking for something to do when they're bored. They're not actually serious about it. And if you're using these apps and you're serious about meeting someone, that can be really frustrating. It sucks. Reason number three, and this is actually probably the worst one of them all. I don't know why I have it as number three. I should have it as number one. People who don't look like their photos. Now, if you've been using these apps for a while, if you've met people off of these apps, I guarantee that you've gone through this. I've gone through this. Everyone I know has gone through it. And if you haven't gone through it yet and you keep using these apps, it is bound to happen. This is the worst. When you match with someone, you're like, oh, this person's cute, and you start talking to them and you're having a good time, and then you make plans to finally meet them. And that moment when you first see them and they don't look like their photos, whether they're heavier than their photos or they're older and they have old photos on there, whatever it is, when they don't look like their photos, it is just the most awful thing. You panic, you're like, what do I do? Do I sit awkwardly through this? Do I just make an excuse and bounce? And it's really uncomfortable, it sucks, and it's really pretty terrible. Now let's talk about what is good about these apps. And what's good about them is that they remove the fear of rejection, the fear of approach, wondering whether someone you see is single or not, whether they'd be interested in you or not. Because when you meet someone at like a bar or club, you're thinking, what do I say to them? You're afraid of approaching them and getting rejected. Sometimes they're in a big group of people and you don't know, do I approach the whole group or how do I get them out of that group so I can talk to him or her one-on-one? There's loud music getting in the way. I mean, it's just a very difficult thing to do. And that's why these apps exist. And that's why we use these apps, because it's a lot easier, right? There's no emotion tied into it. If you get rejected, who cares? It doesn't matter. You don't have to wonder, what do I say? What do I do? I think we can all agree that it's much easier and that meeting people in person is a lot scarier and a lot harder. So me and my friends, we were thinking, how can we bring the ease of these dating apps into the real world so that we can meet people in real life, where it's real, it's more serious, what you see is what you get, it's faster because you can meet them right there versus sometimes you're chatting with someone for weeks on these apps before you meet them. And then you meet them, they don't look like their photos, and you just wasted all that time. So how do we make it easy to meet people in person? And what we came up with is an app that lets you check into the location you're in. See everyone else who's at that location, and then you can see their profile, which will tell you whether they're single or not. It'll tell you their age. And what's really cool about it is that you can press the ice on their profile, which will notify them that you're interested in them. And if they press the ice back, it'll show that you guys broke the ice. So then you already know that that person is interested in you, they're open to talking to you, they're single, and then you can just go up to them and talk to them without any fear of rejection because you already broke the ice with them. And another really cool thing is that if they're in a big group of people and you want to talk to them one-on-one, you can chat with them in the app. So you can say something like, hey, let me buy you a drink, meet me at the bar. And now you're at the bar with this person one-on-one, having a great time, getting to know them, and it was easy, painless, effortless, and just a really fun process. So it brings the fun back into meeting people, it makes it easy to meet people, and it's just a really awesome tool. So I invite you to check out this app. It's called Magma. It's available on iOS and Android. You can find it by clicking the link either above this video if you're seeing this on Facebook, under the video if you're seeing this on YouTube, or just go in the App Store or the Google Play Store, type in Magma, download this app, check it out, try it out, let me know what you think, and I guarantee you'll agree with me that this is the future of meeting people.